Yo,
That's one. We already live. That's
wait,
one.
I got my phone in my hand. Oh, that's
Yep.
that's gonna get crazy because my grandson here. That's gonna get real.
No,
crazy.
you good, bro. It's cool. We know what to do with that.
Oh,
One for the Ring doorbell tally, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, we do have that still running. That is a real thing. What's up, Marc?
look, one thing I will say, bro, your visual is great. The
What you
cameras
mean?
are great, because we had to get it together and we're matching. It is great.
It is good. We
Camera's
did this
good.
right. We got it looking good now.
The audio's good.
Look, it was a work in progress. We had a whole season of this.
Mm.
I'm proud of it. I'm proud of where we've come.
I'm proud.
Salute.
Mm-hmm.
Salutations.
You know what time it is, brother.
It's DJ's Talk on a Tuesday night, 8 p.m. each and every Tuesday night with the East End favorite DJ, DJ Marc J, and your boy, the DJ Hammer. Tap in. It's good, D Smooth. How you living, bro? Oh yeah, you got the sound effects popping tonight.
I'm at the officially.
No, you straight.
No, because see, my grandson is here and he's
Okay.
in the room and it's gonna be banging.
Oh, we jumping tonight now.
Yeah, we
It's a whole party. I'm with it.
Motion alerts. Oh.
Let's see.
All right.
Make sure we're getting everything right.
Bruh, I don't even know how to snooze this joint.
Oh man. You know how it be sometimes. Don't worry about it. The tally is gonna run regardless. It's cool, man. It's all right.
I'm gonna get it together, bro. Hey, look.
No, it's cool. We're gonna let everybody get situated. Look, ain't no rush. It's cool. It's Tuesday. Everybody's chilling. Ain't too much going on except for rain. It's all right.
Is it raining out there?
It was earlier. I'll tell you that much. I just missed it. Went outside for a hot second. Came back, rain, more thunder, lightning, more rain. It was all good, man. It was hot. We needed that.
Well, you could be DJing and it rained on you, you had to go to plan B. So
Tuesdays.
All right, Tammy. What's up, Tammy?
Too much.
What's up, Tammy? What's up, B Riley? I see y'all checking in.
What up, B?
Hey.
What's happening?
A lot of interesting stuff to talk about this week. But before we get into it, bro, I need to know your personal thoughts.
We already had thoughts?
Is Diddy gonna get off or not?
Pause for one. And define off. I mean, like no charges at all.
Give me your thoughts, whether it be one or whether it be some of the.
He getting locked up for something. I don't care if he getting locked up for being a freaky frog. He getting locked up for something.
Okay.
It's just my take.
All right. Well, we gonna find. Hopefully, the next couple of days we're gonna find out, and of course we'll talk about it next week. But We
What
gonna
you,
we
you
gonna see.
you ain't give your take. What you mean? We gonna
They,
see.
they need to find
Speak,
stuff on the Rico, and they
speak your
all in the
mind.
man's bedroom talking about what he did and what he didn't do, and the stuff that people around Southside doing every day.
Southside ain't got billions of dollars.
They just need to solidify and unobjectify, even if that's a word.
I
You know,
mean, it is tonight on
okay.
DJ's Talk live.
The RICO,
Okay.
a crime organization, is not established in the bedroom or beating somebody down when, of course, the time for the charges have expired. That's not the game RICO. But to keep it now, this is again,
Oh
I've
no.
said it before. The only thing I'm mad about is because how they what they did, how they did it. If
Yes.
they don't convict him, they gonna look retarded.
I mean, that happens a lot.
Come on, man. But
Just to
you know,
tarnish the social, right? Obviously.
and it gets racial. If they do not convict him, it gets racial.
It be racial, man.
We think it is now, but
I mean,
it's
it
like,
can be racial. It's
bruh,
not just racial.
Homeland Security, because the man got baby oil and he
That
doing
man doing a lot. He was drugging people.
he was doing it
Anyway, this is not a Diddy talk. It's DJ's talk.
outside.
Diddy ain't spun a record.
You're right. Let me get into my mode.
It's all good, man. You gotta wear shades. It'll keep the Diddy out your mind.
Enough of the Diddy talk.
Man, it's cool.
Man, look,
Let's see.
y'all already know the check-in rules. Check in, do us a favor, not me, not him, but do us a favor and share the live. Let somebody else tap in along with you. Bring somebody along with you on this ride that we call DJ's Talk every Tuesday.
That's a fact. Because once we get rolling, y'all know we get rolling over here, man. We just start talking about some stuff, some good information, equipment, what's going on in the nightlife scene. Just some questions you got. Anybody got questions, leave them in the chat. We always check out the chat, answer some questions for y'all. Anything you got on your mind, new DJs, old veteran DJs, watching on the live or the restream, just drop a line. Let us know where you playing at this week. Anything, man. We pull up on DJs. DJs support DJs. Ain't that right, Marc?
That is 100% correct. This is going to drive me crazy.
Oh, I know you gonna lose it. But I'll be all right. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Let's see, man. What we do last week?
Yeah, what you do last week?
What I do last week? All right, let's start. Last Monday I featured at City Beach on Monday for industry night, hanging out with the guys. So I got to give a set. That was pretty cool. Fast forward, we had DJs Talk on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Shameless plug. What after that? Thursday, we had House of Soul. Me and MC Chaco rocked that joint. House of Soul last week was fun. Y'all got to pull up. At least first hour be lit. And then everything after that be more lit. That's all I'm going to say.
Levels of litness.
Yeah, like first hour we just playing a whole bunch of music you don't normally hear. That's ultimately the thing, whether it's 70s, 80s funk or if it's just new music that you ain't thought to listen to yet. So first hour, I always give somebody something they ain't heard, one way or the other. That's just my thing. Friday, 6335, I was over there with my boy Frank Wright. That was live. Friday was lit. Saturday had a graduation party private during the day and had a back at 6335 Saturday night. Me and Frank Wright, man, ran it back because Friday was so crazy. So that was my weekend. What you do last week?
I plead the fifth.
I like fifth.
Last week, I don't know what I do. Sunday, I know I go to Sunday R&B.
Yes.
R&B Sundays was I'm gonna say special. Reason being that we did it from 4 to 8.
Okay.
It was very slow at first, but
Okay.
when it picked up, it picked up. We did stop the music at 8 o'clock, but the Lions Den was packed.
Really?
Yeah. So we're
Shout out to
attempting.
Lions Den.
Yeah, man, they're doing it, and what we're attempting to do is bring it every week.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal, and it looks like it may happen. We're going to find out, and of course, everyone will be notified in the event that does happen. But if not, at least once a month. It's scheduled for every other week. Me personally, every other week is a little bit different. I think it should be once a month, or it should be every week consistently, so people can get used to it.
That makes sense.
On time, and we keep it strictly R&B.
Really?
No
So
left turns.
no trap, no nothing else. We just
Trap
go.
is out the window.
I'm just making sure.
Out the window.
R&B nights be different some places.
Yeah, yeah, and they kind of wander off and sometimes. I heard.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying some people don't commit to the R&B all night thing. So I was just making sure. I figured you did.
I just heard about it,
Yeah.
bro. I just had heard
I
about
didn't know it was a thing.
yeah.
It happens.
Anything can be a thing. You can have a country night.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all
Theme nights are real.
theme nights are real.
They should be anyway. I don't mind them.
That's a fact.
Theme nights be popping.
Let me see.
What up, T?
Saturday, I was off Saturday and Friday. I had Showtime at the Park RVA, which was fun.
How the talent looking this year?
Yeah, it's okay. Well, it started on the 20th, and I had last week because I was booked on the 20th. So I
Okay.
think DJ Flavor did it. Shout out to Flavor for handling
Flavor.
that biz. And it was good. You know, matter of fact, this is the thing.
Okay.
I make it fun. CJ makes it fun. It's a fun night, and we rock it for 2 hours, whether it be 3 contestants or 13 contestants. We rock it. But if you can sing, dance, juggle, throw jack rocks, whatever it is you do, and you want to earn $2,500 because you just want to earn $2,500, come down there, inbox me. We have openings this Friday, the following Friday. Just why not?
Hey, throw your name in the hat. Throw your talent in the hat. We got a lot of talented people out here in Richmond. That's for sure. Anywhere in the city you go, you got artists, you got magicians. Sir, you got people to do everything. What up? So I mean, just pull up, have some fun, hang out with some dope people.
Yeah. How you looking this week?
This week, how am I looking? It's 4th of July weekend, man. Dang, look at my calendar. Got House of Soul Thursday. Friday, I got something during the day, probably on a boat somewhere. That'd be cool. Friday night, I'm not doing too much. I don't have anything Friday night. Saturday, I'll be driving to Delaware. DJ got a birthday party. What are you? DJ a birthday party for my aunt. So that'll be fun. Get to kick it with the family. DJ. They are paying for services just for people that were inquiring. I know y'all was thinking it. Yeah, my family supports my business. You know what I'm saying? It's a good problem to have. I love my family. Shout out to fam. But that's my weekend. What you got going on for the 4th, Mark?
Well, tonight, of course, is DJ's Talk. Tomorrow is Mona Lounge, ladies' night, 8:30 to 12:30. You know how we get down.
Yeah.
First Wednesdays, featuring your peoples. Thursday, I'm gonna probably end up outside in these streets, pulling up on somebody. Friday, July 4th, the Lions Den. It's first Friday with me and T. Haskins. Saturday, your boy is off.
Nice.
Sunday, your boy is off. And then we rocking into next week.
What time Friday start?
Friday, 8 p.m. to 12.
All right. Just checking.
Now, people are off, so, you know, and if you're listening and you're a regular at the Lions Den, you probably want to get your reservations if you don't have them already, because people are off and people will be booking them joints. Like Ace said, we're gonna turn up.
I see you, D Smooth.
Yeah,
working.
So, and it's always a fun time. First Fridays has been a fun time since I started doing that with TH4. He hosting. Okay. We just do the old school Applebee's thing and
come on.
Yeah.
Fridays vibes.
Yeah, man.
Noted.
Yeah, man.
It's been a while.
And we've added about, looks like, a nice amount of people. So again,
follow you in the building. What's happening?
Please share the live. If you would, do us.
Oh, yeah. Nah, we've been too nice. My fault, Mark. That's right. It's after 8 p.m., dog. If y'all in here, you got to pay the cover charge.
Damn.
Look, it's only free before 8. The cover charge is sharing the live. You got to share the live. Not for me, not for Mark, but for the people that don't know about it. We hang out on Tuesday nights. We have fun. We talk about everything. I mean, if you got anything good from DJ's Talk ever, put something in the chat. Throw some hard something. We're going to interact with the chat more. I'm a chat moderator. Mark over there got the Ring doorbell. What up, doctor?
Dude, you know what this is?
See, it's tough. Look, you glad I'm not taking a tally on that. I wasn't going to do you dirty.
No. Okay, because I have someone actively moving, and I don't even know. This is crazy. I don't even know how to pause my alerts.
What do you mean you don't know how to pause your alerts? Turn the silent mode.
Man,
There's a button on the side of your phone right here.
bruh, my volume is all the way down. Let me
Oh,
see if that works. It's ringing.
you know,
All right.
we
Okay,
good. We gonna see if it works. It's fine. Don't worry.
I'm
I
back.
got you. I got your back. We gonna hold it down over here.
All right.
What's happening, man?
Hey, I say, we dig into it. The last couple of weeks have been two of probably the best weeks that we've had because we've talked some basics, we've talked real stuff. Of course, the special guests, we always, have a good turnout. But when we talk real DJ stuff, I think that's what DJ's Talk is all about. That's what
100%.
the people appreciate.
100%.
T Quest appreciates it. What's
Come
up,
on.
Shorty? So
I
I
see
see
you,
we dig
Chris.
into it.
Let's do it, man. Your notepad ain't work, so I'm off the cuff here.
Straight
I
in.
don't know what you about to ask.
Hey, if you have not shared this live already,
There it is.
what can you get?
These nuts. Got him.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll keep that one rolling.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, look, bro.
What? What do I need to look at? What is
You
this?
know that's my joint.
That is your joint. You be setting them up for it.
Setting them up for it. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Jesus.
Now, this one, these subjects that we're going to touch are for the DJs as well as the clients, as well as the patrons, as well as the people that come rock with us on a week-to-week basis, month-to-month basis, or if you just come out once a year with a fan in your hand, the boots on the ground. This is
Come
for
on.
you too.
Yep, all of y'all.
It's for you too.
Come on.
So,
Let's see.
you want me to start this thing out?
You got to. I ain't got no questions. Look,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
using the notepad. You got the notes.
Well, we want to talk about the true meaning of a good DJ or a
Ooh.
great DJ.
Mm.
Okay, because there are a lot of people, I'll say people, then there are a lot of DJs, there are a lot of hobbyists, and there are a lot of professional DJs out there. Not knocking any of them. Everyone has their levels, has their stages that they need to go through to get to wherever the hell they're going. But we want to talk about it. We want to dig into it and get the opinions of the people.
I like people opinions.
It's about the people. It ain't about us. It's about the people.
We all got them.
But and we'll start because of course I like to ask my man Hammer the question.
Oh, you just like this hot seat me.
Yeah, hot seat.
So I can say
Hammer
something
hot
crazy and it be clickable.
seat. Well, let's give your base.
Okay.
Your
Base overview.
base.
Yeah.
And we gonna dig deep into it now. But get
Of
your
course.
base overview of a great DJ.
Is so tough. Great, so tough. What I'll say, obviously, is my opinion, and it's based off of experience, me, who I follow, people, stuff like that. And it's just my opinion. But as far as great DJs, it was a meme going around a while ago. It was like, good DJs play music that you want to hear. Great DJs play the music that you didn't know that you needed to hear. You know what I mean? And I think that holds a lot of weight and a lot of truth because everybody got Rap Caviar, everybody got Billboard Top 100, so we know the music. You know what I mean? For DJs that have a what I like to call mental library or mental crate, if you will, like where they have all their songs and they don't know what they're going to play, but they know that you want to hear it. They know how to get you there. I think those are the greater DJs. Ones that aren't afraid to take that left turn, right? When there's no road there. Like everything's leading this way, but let's swing it over here. Let's reset the energy of the party. I think that along with interaction with your people and your crowd, I think all of it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? What up, Jigsaw? I think you got to have all those tools to be great. To be good, I mean, you can have some here and some there, but great DJs consistently is what I'll say. Consistently are able to connect and control a night.
Yes.
Surface level.
Yes. Yes. I will
Being the MC in the building.
I don't even think I need to piggyback off of that because I would have said the same thing on top of the same thing, minus the same thing, multiplied by the same thing, equal to the same thing.
Come on, man. Look, great minds.
Yeah. So and that's real talk. And I hope, even if you're looking at the rebroadcast, run that back.
Yeah.
Run that back. But we
Look.
want to know the opinions of
Yeah,
the
what do y'all think? Yeah.
and this and I dug into some uh I guess some other podcasts,
DJ
other
Bake 804 in the building.
people talking about these subjects, and the first thing that came up was music selection and timing,
Okay.
knowing what to play and when to play it. That was actually number one.
That's good.
Um, and a matter of fact, let me read all these. The first three bullet points that I pulled out. Reads the crowd and adjust the vibe accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Blends genres and eras to keep the energy flowing.
That's a good point.
And I pulled those three because I like them, but I
Mhm.
think those are the top three components of the music selection and timing part of being a great DJ.
Right.
And I'm glad you said great because I asked the good, and there are a lot of good DJs out there.
100%.
And then you kind of slim that margin when you go to the word great.
Yeah.
No hate,
There's
no.
gotta be a difference.
Yeah,
There's gotta be a difference because there's levels in everything. DJing, like I said in season 1, is a sport. Like it does require practice, it does require reps, it does require experience in the field, so to speak. If you're not out in front of people, that's fine. There are such things as bedroom DJs and DJs that are just on lives, but I saw it put really well in a podcast I was watching earlier this week. Like the moment you take your craft outside of your bedroom, outside of your house to perform for people, you are then in an arena to be judged. You should want people to give you feedback. You should want to hear whether you're doing good or not. That's what turns you into a great DJ, not just sitting behind, I guess, the four walls of your house or wherever you DJ from. It's putting yourself on a stage in front of people to get critiqued. Um, Comes with growth. It's not always best. People don't always know how to deliver it the right way, but I'd rather be out there to get it.
and while we're talking, DJs or
What up, Rock?
people that are outside the DJ world, tap in so you can give us your thoughts and your opinions on what we're talking about, so we can get those things addressed actively and front and center.
Absolute. The question is, what is your definition of a good or great DJ? Just as a surface level start.
And and the first thing
100%.
that we pulled was music and timing.
Yes.
Musical selection and timing. Musical
Music.
selection and timing.
What you play and how you play it, and when you play it.
Mm.
What, how, and when you play it. I like that.
And while we'll wait for people to tap into that, but I wanna move to the next one,
Yeah, it's cool.
which
Keep it rolling.
this will, you know what, it shouldn't hit a lot of people, hurt a lot of people. It's
Hurt.
technical skills, beat matching, mixing, transitioning. How smooth do they need to be? How smooth are they? And what is the expectation in today's DJ world about beat matching, mixing, transitioning, and being smooth with it?
I'm gonna wait because you got to answer that. I answered the last one first. It's your turn.
Well,
And
no,
no, we're gonna wait on the chat, obviously, but
it's
yeah, I'd like to
being
lead.
one of, I'm gonna say, OG
Come on, yeah, Mr. OG.
beat matching. It's necessary to me. You know what? Let me scratch that.
Yeah,
Let me scratch that.
100%. Give it to him.
The old school mindset is beat matching is a necessity.
Mhm.
Okay. The mixing, the old school mindset, beat matching is a necessity. The transitioning, the old school mindset is exactly the same. But we talk about it on a daily. The entertainment value that you bring, no matter how you get that across to the people that are in front of you, is the most important thing ever
Yeah.
when you're a professional. Because when you think about it, and I stand to this, most wedding DJs that come right into the game as wedding DJs
Mhm.
cannot transition beat match better than the people that originate from the club. But they make more money, they make more cheese
Okay.
because they're entertaining, they're facilitating, and they're doing other things. So old school mindset, yeah, you want to have the
Technical skills.
but it's not necessary because we know people that do not that will entertain the hell out of a crowd.
I hate that take, but you're right.
You-
But you're right in a lot of cases, man. I still will always stress on technical skills. Like you got to know how to crossfade your track smooth. Like
Suppose you didn't have technical skills, because see, it's hard when you have them and you know you have them. But say for instance, your
you just
mind
don't
is not
work that way.
you can't mix two songs together if you had a god daggone a blender. AI blender to mix songs. You could not mix two songs together, but
Blender.
I could mix.
No, that was hilarious. That's funny.
Would your answer be different?
I'd say you would have to rely on your other tools, and in this situation, in case that would be your voice. Which people do. People who don't mix all the time. I'm not saying they can't, but choose not to, or if it's a situation or an event where slamming records, as we say, which is transitioning without beat matching and just playing one record at a drop into another record or talking through it. That happens. They talk through it and you get a different reaction. And there's times that call for that. I don't think it says that they can't mix or can't transition. I think that it's part of learning your crowd and learning your craft, knowing when to do what. Because there's times later in the night at clubs where they're not waiting on you to blend or mash up any records. They just want to get to the turn part of the record. Like I'm going straight to Young Dro's second verse and shoulder lean. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of just get to the parts that are more impactful or more memorable to people.
Do you think, based on
It's a good point, Casino.
uh, based on your answer, do you think the non-technical DJs can manage the crowd better because they're used to managing the crowd and not depending on the music to manage the crowd?
Well, I believe that technical DJs can manage the crowd better.
Okay.
No, was that the question?
No, I think that non-technical,
Oh,
because think about it, they come in the game not having those technical skills and they have to manage the crowd to be effective. And if they're effective and they're booked, that means are they on this level in crowd management where the technical DJs are basically depending and hoping the transition, the beat matching, and so forth captivates the crowd. But in reality, that person that's I'm gonna say over entertaining
mm-hmm.
is managing that crowd because they have to, because they can't rely on the beat matching.
I feel like it's crowd dependent. I can never lean one way more or the other.
Okay.
I think when you're talking festivals and shows, depending on the genre of the festival or show, right? Some you would have an MC, others you're at a EDM rave house type event, and now it's just the energy of the music. You don't need an MC to talk over it. Like that's there. They're captivated because they're there for that experience,
So
right?
it's about the
So
setting.
it's about where you're at.
Okay.
And I think I'll
Fair.
always lean on that because there's space for all of the styles. I don't think there's too many styles where there isn't a space for, unless you're just trash. Um, and if you are, that's cool too. Just build it up on TikTok or somewhere where people aren't paying money to see it. It's real, man. Like, and it's not a shot at nobody. It's just you know where you are in your journey as a DJ. Period. I think at all times throughout the process, you know where you're at,
I like that. This
and
is
you
the
know where you're
reason.
trying to get to.
No, but this is the reason I like
Go ahead.
it. And we need to have probably 3 different segments on these: club DJing, wedding DJing, corporate event DJing. We probably need to have we probably need to have a workshop on that,
That could be good.
because that's a lot. That is a lot. That's a whole lot, and that would take us 3 hours to cover all of those subjects in
It's
detail.
a great follow up question.
Um, let's sort of Jigsaw posted
Yeah.
a Jimmy joint. Get it up here. All right.
Here's all talking about.
There are many great DJs that are excellent selectors. They play the right records at the right time. Can't mix to save their life, but because they played the correct selection to the crowd management, um, and that the people that are in front of them, and the room for this style and the room for the other style.
Yeah, you can go.
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and that's kind of what we were just talking about is that
Mhm.
there are excellent people or DJs in both sides. Um, it really just depends on where we are, not even just in a venue location type space, not like where you are like city wise. Just you also got to pay attention to like the society because society really tells you everything you need to know about kind of how to maneuver and how to attack a crowd, I guess. You know what I mean? I think it's just it depends on timing. Timing's everything. And I think we'll just end it on that. Because like Folly said, there are a lot of crowds that don't really seem to appreciate a lot of things right now. Um, and that's okay. You know what I mean? You just gotta know when it's that crowd and not take it personal. You can't take it personal that they're not appreciating your transitions to the point where you stop doing what you do best to appease the crowd. I think it takes a combination of the two. You got to be able to do both, and that's a great point, Bake.
I'm about
You
to curse
gotta
up
you
there.
gotta be versatile.
Hmm.
Um, whether you're doing it on the technical, I can scratch and juggle record side, or if you're doing it on the, all right, this party got two one way. Let me reset the party to the point where I can change the genre or change the energy or get a line dance out here. Whatever we do to reset, I think it's all important.
And there's music versatility and there's social versatility.
Mm,
Understand there are differences. Um, because I still, and this is, this is one thing that really upsets me, where you have a DJ that is just over talented,
yeah,
can do everything from a technical standpoint, but can't manage a room to save their freaking life. That really gets to me as and I consider myself versatile,
yeah,
for a couple of different reasons, but that really gets to me. And I think, you know, it's just a door that just needs to be open, just to accept some criticism, because Casino says something about constructive criticism.
yes,
Accept the criticism, because you know what I mean. We're born up to be ooh ooh
yeah.
ooh ooh, but there's a level to getting to that. You want to, well, if you want to stay on that level, that's cool. But if you
Yeah,
want to get
depending
to
on the
another
level.
level and expand and be versatile, then you have to be open. You have to be open.
Yeah, again, I'm not saying that everybody's opinion should have the same weight. I'm not going to sit up here and say that. Like, there's some people that'll give you their feedback and they'll be drunk, belligerent, and angry and just outside just to criticize, right? We've ran into these people before. The people you're like, yo, why did you even come out the house if it was just going to be this way? Like, I think we touched on it a couple of pods ago. Like, where nightlife was going. Like I felt like we were in a space of just people just not appreciating the fact that they're able to get out. They're able to have a DJ or DJs somewhere to give you a vibe that you haven't experienced. Just because, oh, I didn't have the song that your man's recorded yesterday, right? Like that stuff happens. Um, I think that we continue to push doing what we're doing and cultivating the vibes and really just connecting with the people. I think connection at the end of the day is what's going to conquer all of the ebbs and flows of nightlife and DJs ups and downs and all that. I think it's just continuing to be the DJ that's going to not box himself in and not box your crowd in. Like I don't go into any one venue or any one place thinking like, oh, let me read my crowd and think this is exactly what they want to hear. And I think that's unfair to them too.
It is. It is. And don't let the crowd manage you. Manage the crowd.
I think we all manage the vibes together. But
Attempt to.
there's got to
Sometimes
be a driver.
it's
There's got to be a driver. We can talk about where we're going once we're on the car, but there's got to be somebody behind the wheel.
that's the tribe, the
The
designated driver of the night.
if the person in the back seat is climbing through from the back seat, grabbing the wheel, like we not going in the You know what I mean? We're not gonna make it to where we're trying to go. Is what I'm trying to say here.
love that.
That's it.
I
We're
love
just adding to the car analogy, man.
it.
But that's all we're doing now.
All right. I'm gonna bring Isha's comment up.
Yeah.
I want to get your opinion on,
Mm.
and shout out to Ish.
What about
Uh,
Aisha?
how can an upcoming DJ,
Yeah.
an okay DJ, improve his or her? How
Mhm.
dare you say his as a woman? Mm.
That's
His
funny.
or her craft. I mean, today is a dope female
Hey,
DJ.
man, look. So the question is, how can you improve? We talking about practice? We talk about practice?
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's where it is. I think nowadays it's way easier to get a real read on where you are as a DJ with practice because you have social media now. You have too many outlets and where you can just go live and have people that follow you comment or tell you about what you're doing. If you got honest friends anyway, not the ones that just throw up 2 fire emojis and get off your page. I'm just saying, bro, like
We
there's
like
a difference.
that. We
There's
like
a difference. Like, oh yeah, they know I was here. Right. But again, I think those moments, like even when I go live, I'm not looking for hundreds of people to be on there all the time. There's other times where I'm just sitting on my couch. I'm gonna be here DJing and vibing anyway. Let me turn on this live. Oh, I get to promote some events. I get to tell them, oh, we got DJs Talk. You should check it out. Like, you just get to throw things out there, and then that's where you get the tools to become a great DJ, the one who can interact with a crowd because you're already interacting with your chat, even though it's not really people in front of you. That's where the practice comes in. Set up your gear like you would if you in front of thousands. So I started doing it, man. Like it's nobody in here, and then it was like, oh, y'all want to come over? Like, all right, it's 3 people in here. Now I'm DJing for 3 people, and you just kind of build on that. And I'm not saying it has to be that small. Like, there's plenty of places and bars that I'm certain are willing to work with new DJs because some people are outpricing themselves. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing.
for miscellaneous reasons.
Yeah, there's plenty of reasons, but I know, like I said, one of the common things that I'm hearing is just where nightlife's going. You know what I mean? Like, we constantly speak on increasing our price and getting paid what you're worth. And we don't talk too much about the other end of it is where the money coming from? Where's the money coming from? Or do we not care because we're just there to get ours? And that's back to my point about building business relationships versus business bags. You know what I mean? Like, you got to build a relationship to get a bigger bag because it's not always going to work out that way.
That's a fact.
What up, Cool Foot? I'm rambling. But yeah, no, for real. I think that's a lot of it. Like, work on what the product is, and that is you being able to play music and connect with people. After that, you can do the branding stuff and get out here networking and cards. But I think it starts with, do you know how to play music? Do you know how to play music, and do you know how to get better at playing music? And that could be a whole lot of different things.
I agree. I want to add something though.
Absolutely.
You have to want to get better.
Mm.
Because if you don't want to get better, you think you're there, then you're already at a roadblock. You've already put a wall in front of you to get better.
What up, B Sounds?
B sounds. So
Wednesday rocker.
that's the first thing. And everything that you said, of course, but I wanted to add that
Yeah,
you have to want
that's real.
to get better and want to do the work to get better in whatever category you classify yourself in, or whatever category you consider yourself to be a DJ in, wedding, party club,
Yeah,
whatever the case is. Pick your lane and master your lane, but also be versatile.
yeah, and don't be scared to do it.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to be versatile. Like, everybody ain't gonna like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm like, there's been plenty of moments where I'm like, yeah, you know what? This vibe ain't even it. Let me drop some random off the wall like Suavemente. Like, it don't matter. Like, and let's reset the room. Because sometimes people just need a breath of, oh, what was going on? Like, oh, we were too quick. We were too into something for too long.
Well,
Something, because it's not always trap. Anything, too much of anything is a bad thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to reset the room.
you have, and matter of fact, this goes along with this comment that Bake has.
Yeah.
Stereotypes of venues drive DJs to do certain things and not read the room sometimes. I'm gonna agree and disagree
Okay. I'm here. Let's hear it. Let them hear it.
because certain DJs, and I'm gonna say I'm one of them, have earned the right to take you to another place that that's unstereotypical of where we are. Um, like if you in a trap joint, if I
Yeah.
need to be creative enough to bring you to another lane, to take you
Yeah.
to another location that's gonna make you appreciate what I'm doing and not even understand it.
Yep.
Not even understand it, but just know that I'm not that guy that's gonna keep you in that one lane. My tunnel, and there's no tunnel vision about I mean, obviously,
No.
to be versatile, you can't have tunnel vision, but if you're a DJ and you're allowing yourself to stay in that one lane because of the venue, then you may need to reevaluate some things that you're doing.
That's fair.
That's my opinion.
You know, we've been on both sides of it. I'm sure if you've been DJing long enough, you've been on literally both sides of it. The side where you feel like you can't do anything else because either a venue's telling you like your crowd is there for that. But we agree, babe. Like you said, sometimes they be scared to step out of the box. And it's not always just a personal fear. Sometimes it's peer pressure. Sometimes you got people in the venue that are giving you that. Oh, this is the birthday table or the birthday section, and they not going for it. Like, there's all types of reasons. Um, at the end of the day, don't box yourself in. Ain't gonna be a dead horse here, but yeah, continue to practice. Want to get better, and don't box yourself in. There's all types of different music, and what may not work for one may work for others.
Bam.
Straight like that.
Let's move.
If you're just tuning in
Mhm.
on the live now or on the rebroadcast, this is DJ's Talk. It's Tuesday night, every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got a YouTube channel where all of the lives from previous are on there. We done had some greats, like literal great DJs, legend DJs on the podcast in season 1 and season 2. So if you ain't seen it, go back, brush up on your info, get your notepad out because I do it still because I want to get better. Also, we got a Facebook group. If you're a DJ, we got a DJ's Talk Facebook group. Go apply, go subscribe, answer a couple questions. Mark J will let you in. Because if you don't answer them questions, I'm gonna send you to Mark J. But yeah, we talk about everything from equipment to gear, and that's the same thing. But gigs, music, updates, all the stuff, man. Just where we get to go powwow as DJs since we don't talk often. So yeah, that's what we on. Back to the show.
And I'm posting these links, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's move.
Yeah, we good.
The next thing, now the subject that we're on is what makes good DJs / great DJs. The next subject is, or the next bullet point is crowd engagement. The 3 bullet points I pulled from those or from that subject:
Okay.
fills the room and adapts, can energize the crowd without being overbearing, communicates effectively when on the mic if needed.
Got you. Get a chat a second. But my first thought is what's effective communication, and does it depend on the type of event that you're doing? Like I feel like yeah, across the board you want to be able to reach your crowd privately, publicly, bars, private gigs, anything corporate. You got to be able to get your point across, whatever it is, whether you're doing toast announcements, last calls, whatever it is, shouting out birthdays. I think you want to be able to reach your crowd regardless of setting. But I do think that it varies on how much you talk, where you're at. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm curious.
And I'm still learning that because I'm used to it, but sometimes even like you talk too much, bro.
That's the real.
All right, and then
It make you want to back off the mic.
Yeah, I guess we can say that.
I mean, for me, I can't speak for nobody else.
It doesn't make me back off the mic. It's like, did you research me like I researched you? You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
The hell, because if I mean, and I think I maybe a couple of podcasts ago that if you know me, you know what I bring to the table, you know what I'm going to do. And if you haven't researched me and you're agreeing to pay me, then that's a conflict.
Yeah,
That's a
it
conflict.
could be.
You know, but what are you looking, again, what are you looking for? Are you looking for the service aspect? Or are you looking to party? And there's a difference. There's a huge
No
difference.
shop.
And I think venues need to understand who they're hiring and why they are
Mm,
hiring a
okay.
particular DJ. What are you looking for? Are you looking for to increase your body count? Are you looking for engagement so you can get um so you can advertise the things that you have going throughout the week? Somebody's going to be valuable, that's going to that's going to actually not benefit you that one night, but benefit you because of their social media presence, what they bring to the table. Are they going to step
Mm,
in your restaurant? Are they going to tell people about your restaurant?
right.
All those things matter, but you have to do your research on the DJ. Just like I do research on venues before
All the time.
I'm I've cased them out already. I know what
Yeah.
you have. I know who's been there. I know what you're looking for. I know who's in there on Monday through Sunday. I know the slower days of the week, and I know which days
Yeah.
I need to attack so I
I
can
done
match.
been in there. Yeah.
It's yeah. Um,
Like you
you
don't
know,
hear too often that venue owners or bookers are pulling up at your gig to see how you rock. Like it's normally word of mouth or some videos or you know. So I that's a point. Did you research me like I researched you?
yeah.
Uh, that's
It's real.
fire. That's
That's
fire.
that's real.
That's
That's real.
fire.
Because and this is it works two ways because if you have, then hey, if you research me, you see my body of work. Social media has allowed DJs along with other professionals to document their body of work. They
Yep.
have it documented, date, timestamp, whatever you have it, it's there. You can go back through Instagram, through Facebook, how many pages they have, what kind of pages they have, who they're projecting their energy to, who they're not projecting their energy to.
Yeah.
Everything is documented. So
You
you
can
know
see
what?
it.
At a push of a button, it'll take you an hour and a half to DJ to research a DJ if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, if you really want to know.
And if you say, hey, why did you charge 20 cents more than him? You should be able to see why. You should be able to tell me why before I'm requesting it and having to explain why. Because you're in that service DJ, you have that service DJ mindset because you just paid the last dude 50 cents. You want to know why I'm a dollar.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I see it. That's the way I always approach it. And whether it's the start of the old Applebee's days, even to the venues that are that we're looking at currently, it has to be some form of research that they've done on me and I've done on you. I can explain to you why, and you also can explain to me why. Even if you can't pay, explain that so we can come to a
I
happy
want to
medium.
have conversations.
Yeah,
That's really it. Like I'd much rather have a conversation with the owner or a venue about what we're discussing, whether it's pricing, whether it's what you're trying to build here, whether it's what your nights are like or what you would like them to be like. I want to have those conversations before I even step foot in the building. Um, whether it's with the DJ or with the owner, I think that there has to be a conversation prior to stepping in the venue. Um, to DJ, if you're stepping in the venue to support or to go out like we used to do, go to the venue, peep the vibe in the venue, see what they're trying to cultivate there, and move forward accordingly.
right.
Versus coming in and being like, all right, I know my vibe, I know what I'm going to do.
Hmm.
Like you said, it goes hand in hand.
Hmm.
Like some venues are booking people for that, whether it's local or national. If you're getting flown out somewhere, they probably know your body of work some sort of way, right?
Exhibit A, yes, sir.
That I think that's it because now you're talking about spending more money than what you are on a local level. Most times.
Hmm.
Most times.
But it's worth to them because they've researched you and they know your body of work and
Well,
what
that's
you're going
why.
to do prior to when you execute that product, and also whether it be some aftermath or whatever the case is. But
Yeah. Your follow up game got to be strong
mm,
either way. And that's after you have a good or a bad night.
that's another subject too. Follow up. That's a good. I mentally think about saying something about follow ups on all of these gigs, and I never
Hmm.
do. But that's an excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
If I'm working Thursday to Saturday, I may chill on Sunday, but Monday there's a follow up email. Like, what'd you think about how the event go? Like, we had a blast. I appreciate you inviting me. Like, and follow up. Like, yo, how'd you think Thursday night went? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what was the vibes? Was it rocking? Were you good? Like, you got to check the pulse because if you don't, then you're caught off guard when you're not on the night
Hmm.
and you feel like you were slighted or something. Like, if you don't know where you are on the radar, whether it's for the club night or if it's for you as a DJ or where your product is, one, you're not requesting enough feedback. And two, you should probably pay more attention to what you're trying to accomplish.
Facts.
Long term, because short term, that stuff fluctuates all the time. One week could be better than the other week, and it could be something that had nothing to do with you. There could be another event that sold out, and everybody's at it because it's a nice day outside. Nobody want to be inside, and you got to eat those.
Yep.
You got to eat those. There's, I'm not gonna say plenty because that'd be lying. There's nights where it don't be jumping like that. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set up my Insta360. I'm gonna hit record on Serato. We gonna get something out of this.
Right. Right.
Whether it's the 2 to 10 people that's sitting there, we all gonna get something out of this.
Documentation is everything.
It should be because there's no timetable on it.
Yeah, that's everything. I want to touch on this because I'm going to.
Yeah, it's a great point.
You know how I feel about this. This could be a subject in itself.
Talk about it.
All right. Aisha says, and so a great DJ runs a business
Runs as a business.
or as a business.
Yep.
Not necessarily.
Mm,
Should
talk
they?
about it.
Absolutely. But every DJ, every good DJ does not run business effectively. I know that for a fact.
Come on.
It's factual. There's
Come on.
not a person on here that can tell me that the high percentage of DJs, good DJs, and great DJs run business effectively. And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
No, it's not. Keep going.
I can't because we all do things differently. Okay.
Okay. What do we have a definition of what great business is?
It,
I'm asking. Do we
I
think,
do.
do we think that there is a definition of what great business is?
I think great business is consistency across the board,
Right.
fairness,
Yeah.
transparency, being consistent to whether it be on a financial aspect
Mhm.
and doing right by your customer via customer service. Understanding that the DJ really doesn't run anything because we're hired. We are hired,
That
whether
part.
it be in a restaurant or whether it be a private event. I am a hired service. So some DJs would be like, I ain't doing this, or the brag
That's
out of my
it.
nerves.
Yeah.
The wedding coordinator got my nerves. They can
It's a service industry, bro.
be ready for it. Be ready. Expect the unexpected and be ready for it. If Plan B doesn't work, be ready to go to. I mean, if Plan A doesn't work, be ready to go to Plan
If
B.
plan B don't work, you was
Paid
right.
for.
Keep it
You know,
going.
so those are the small business things, but it starts with customer service. It starts with professionalism. It starts with presentation. All those things, those are important to me. That's why I say my good business
makes sense.
may be different
Of
from
course.
somebody that thinks that because they got a contract,
Yeah,
or because they get a
signed.
deposit,
Yep.
that it's business. But in today's world,
That's good.
DJs are requesting. Most DJs are requesting premium rate.
Yeah.
That you have to ask yourself,
Talk about
and
it.
are you worth that premium rate? Not just based on what you're going to do in the turntables for those 3 to 4 to 5 hours. I'm talking about from start to finish, your process, your execution, and like you said, your follow up. How did I do? Did your guests have fun? You know, hey,
Yeah.
give me a Google review. Hopefully that Google review is going to be good. I mean,
That's why you check first before you ask.
there's a lot. There's
Come
a whole
on.
lot that we can talk about, and I stand that a lot of people do business differently, and I know I do a lot because people say I'm an a-hole when it comes to business. You know what? I am, because my people need to be happy.
Come on. Because it's about them.
It's about them.
It's literally about them.
Yeah.
That's a great point. there is different definitions of good business, I suppose. We know what we're talking about. Most people know what we're talking about here, and if you don't, that's okay too, because you may have your own definition. But I think most people who are booking a DJ, who are customers, know what they expect. They want to be treated like they are a VIP customer, whatever that looks like for your process. Um, Communication, transparency, all the things.
Every customer should be a VIP customer.
I think so.
Every
Because once they're a customer, that means you accepted whatever it is they wanted to pay you for your service.
And that's up to you what you charge. Because if you charge a retarded rate, and then you think they don't want that white glove service, that's
Yeah.
your fault.
Yeah, you can't downplay your service because you accepted something that was in their budget or range. No. I mean, yes, you can have different packages that are less than your normal or average package, in which you include all the glitz and glamour, but like you still should perform the service part of it the same way. The service. I'm not saying your decor got to be the same. I'm not saying you go in there and have all up lights everywhere and 3 gig bars and totems like and DJ furniture like, oh, but they giving you 400. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying your service should be the same across the board.
It also should be defined. It
Yes,
has to be
that's a great point.
and a lot of, well, you know what? I take that back. I don't
I
know.
won't say a lot. I
'Cause
don't know what everybody's doing.
I don't really dig into, unless you're in my immediate circle and we vibe on a daily basis. You know, a lot of people such as yourself, and I can name 5 or 6 DJs that kind of know how I do it.
Mhm.
Not saying it's right, but I ain't saying it's wrong.
Nah.
And I'm thinking it's a good model. I'm thinking
Yeah.
it, but it might not be. But we talk about it, we collab about it, and if I need to be corrected, you know what, y'all correct me. So it's not about I'm thinking I'm doing everything right, but I know a little bit about customer service.
Yeah.
I've been there.
I read some books.
Yeah. So I mean we personally have read the sales magazines. I've been in
Come
customer
on.
service, been in management, and all the other good stuff. And people need to be treated as the bosses, because that's what they are when they hire you. In whatever capacity, if they sign a
Yeah.
contract, if they
Yeah.
give you a retainer deposit, you are a worker. You are working for that person, no matter what the event is, private, club, cookout.
Boss.
Yeah, and I mean, and you know what? Case in point, I remind my people, especially during weddings, let them know, hey, you're my boss. Whether it
You're in
be the
charge.
photographer, videographer, the wedding planner, you know what? That's her job. She's a professional. Take her suggestions, but ultimately, you the boss. Tell me what to do.
What
I
do
need
you
to
want?
execute it.
They'd be like, how do people do it at other weddings? I'm like, I've never been to a wedding like yours. You're unique. It's your wedding. Like, I'll help, obviously, but I never want to overstep this is your day, right? This is your thing. This is custom to you because that's the personalization we're talking about.
Indeed.
It can't be like somebody else. It can't be somebody else's thing. We have input because we're business owners for the most part. You should have an example of something for most things that you offer. We talking about, ooh, yeah. Then you all have to be cognizant about who you choose to work for that hired y'all. DJs need to do the research on where they are going and with whom, because us non-DJs aren't looking for the business aspect behind the scenes. We are looking for who is capable of executing the musical experience for your event. If that place has a bad customer service rendered that experience, that most likely will affect a lot of things. You can be affiliated with a place rendered bad service that put a bad taste in the client's mouth. That is factual. It isn't SA Jigsaw, but it's rock, so I got it. But yeah, I think that's important too. All money ain't good money, to sum it up. All venues ain't good venues for everybody. I think venues try their best for the most part. I think we're all flawed as people, so therefore it varies in times and seasons, and people can have bad experiences in places and not mean that the whole venue's trash. All of it exists. All of it exists. as patrons, I'll say, and I can't speak for everybody because everybody has their own preference and where to go and how they want to party, but I think that trust your DJs. Trust your DJs and trust where they are. Because we don't typically try to let y'all down too much. I think we play for y'all. I think most of our conversation and discussion is about y'all and how y'all receive what we doing. When we're not talking about money. So on the vulnerable DJ side, like, yeah, we do it for y'all. So
The money part is the easier discussion for me.
exactly. Because they don't care about the money part.
Yeah, that's the easy.
The money part is cut and dry.
Yeah.
As it should be. I mean, there shouldn't be too much haggling on the money part.
Well, in my experience, I think most venues are more concerned about the dollar than the value of what you're getting and what someone can bring to the table. Because one thing, and I'm speaking to all venue owners, you have the ability to hire and fire. One
Mm-hmm.
night should not make or break you. If the DJ does not supply your service needs on that night and it's not a conversation piece that y'all can have, you know what? He does not have to come back next week because there are a lot of DJs out here. And say for instance, you think someone's overcharging you $100, $150. If they're not worth it, you know what you can do? Not bring them back.
You could.
Simple.
You could. You can book them for events where you know that it's worth it. That's all part of ownership.
It's a proposal, DJ. Wait a minute.
You DJ the proposal.
Oh, what? Okay, all right, I get it. I'm like,
what you mean? What's a proposal, DJ?
I just
the nigga in the background DJ when he on the knee. Yeah, personal pocket DJs. He's in the pocket. Jumped out with the small EV.
Rock. What's up?
Yeah, that's the only.
It looked funny though. It looked funny.
What up, Lon?
LON in the building. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. I hope that was good information.
Yeah, that was a great part, man.
So
I like that.
The next, preparation and organization. Bullet points. Prepares playlists,
like shades,
tailored to the event. Has backup equipment and backup plans. Ooh. Understands the flow of an event, especially for weddings and corporate gigs.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, that's another subject that we can run a whole hour on. All right, let's go one by one. Let's go one by one. Prepares playlist. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start from the. I like the last one. Understands the flow of the event, especially weddings and corporate gigs.
Okay.
I'm going to start with professionalism and presentation. Now, this is a fault of the people that have not done the research on their DJ.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a corporate event, and I'm talking to my DJs.
Come on.
If you have just a table and you got wires going everywhere and you're at a corporate event, bad luck. Bad luck, not just on you, but all of the DJs that follow you. Bad luck. Bad luck. It's a two-way fault. They haven't looked at that DJ, and then again, that DJ owes that customer a whole lot more because it's a corporate gig. And if you're getting corporate gigs, you should be getting corporate money, which means everything should be on point. Point blank. So if you're a DJ out there and your presentation ain't right, I'm talking to you. And if you're taking it the wrong way, you know why you're taking it the wrong way. That's what I got to say about that. But when you get on these levels of these, and I like weddings, when you put out a crazy rate for a wedding, and you know it's 6 hours, you know you have presentation, you know you need to get all this stuff together for these two people that are having this one special day that you cannot do a retake on, and you're taking a wedding and you're not fully prepared to do exactly what you need to do to make sure these two people have a good time, I blame you.
It's your fault.
It's your fault. And if you're taking the $500-$600 and you're giving them, like we spoke prior to this, if you're doing lesser because they're paying you lesser, it started out wrong.
Your fault.
Your fault.
You accepted it.
I'm done.
Man. Yeah, we clipping that. We clipping that because y'all be go gadget wires everywhere. Look, scrims are not expensive. Scrims are not expensive. Facades are not expensive in relation to what we are getting paid for those types of events.
Right.
I think that it's a choice. I think it's always going to be a choice to decorate, so to speak, or present your product in a way that is acceptable. And even if it's acceptable to you, I'm saying acceptable on a client level to the point where they're like, wow, I want to book you again.
Say that one more time, please.
Before you even start, it's acceptable to you may not be the definition of acceptable for a corporate event. And I think we need to take more consideration into those things going into those situations, knowing that we're going to be making a significantly larger amount of money than you would if you were just playing in the backyard or playing, I don't know, somewhere where they're not trying to pay you the rate or the lower end of the spectrum that we're talking about. I think that when you start getting paid more, you should care more if you don't already.
That's okay. Yep. And even if
If you don't already.
it's a lot of inexpensive options for you, especially presentation is easy.
I
That's
agree.
one of the easiest parts. You could be the garbagest DJ ever.
Yeah,
You know what?
it look nice.
It can look nice,
Them pictures, they gonna be like, oh, who the DJ?
bruh. You don't have to. I mean, even if you have a, and this is sad that I keep going back to this, but when you say strictly a wedding DJ, a DJ that just had the money to put out for some equipment, had a great job, and he can buy a rain performer, he can buy the movers, the totems, he can buy the TV booths.
Come on, man.
He can do that. His presentation is going to be great. Content is going to be off the chain. But sometimes we all know that I'm hoping I'm not speaking for most of them, but some wedding DJs out there that are not technically sound, but they are great wedding DJs. Their presentations on point, their customer service is on point, and they're getting way
And they
more
connect.
than we are
Yeah.
doing these bars and restaurants. They're doing less work based on their presentation, content, and the professionalism that they have, while we are fighting to be on somebody's flyer on Fridays and Saturdays.
That's a choice. Again, I know I'm not the only one who's been at a venue or spoken to somebody that's booking you and be like, that's all you charge? You should charge way more. That is the worst feeling in the world to be at a venue, to be with other vendors and be like, yo, that's all you charge? You should probably charge way more.
Based on what they used to, yeah.
Yeah, in the area, because you don't know. You don't know because you either remain local or you don't venture out of your price realm, so to speak. You don't think you're worth it, or you feel like you'll outprice yourself. You're scared to lose a gig. Because I mean, I can only speak on how I felt initially, right? Like there was a time where I was like, do I jump up this measly $50? Do I jump up a little bit more? Like, are they gonna outprice? Like, no, like my number is my number. Whether you're increasing it by $5 or $500, your number is your number. Stick with your number and get paid your number. But present a product that is worth that number.
Wait a minute. Don't say nothing else. Okay, continue to the regular schedule program.
It's true, man. You gotta, if you're gonna price it that way, make sure that you're presenting it that way. Because just like it is for us, inflation's happening to everybody, and the clients are gonna push back because that's gonna exist. Venues are probably gonna push back. These things are gonna happen. So when they do, and they ask you, well, what do you have? What's your packages? What do you present? Like, why would I give you this? Don't take offense to it. Just show them why. I mean, back in the day, we used to have electronic press kits.
EPK.
Come on, EPKs. Like, I still advise you to have those.
Yep.
You got mixes, you got pages, you got pictures, you got flyers, you got all the stuff to send it, put it in an email, and get it out of here. Yeah, they may be looking at your page, or they may be looking at all the 5,000 other DJs that want to DJ in their venues pages. So if you do send it to them, because they all have contact information,
yep,
get on their radar. I'm gonna keep quoting Chaco until I'm not DJing no more. Stay in people's faces. Stay in people's faces and get your energy up.
Be visible. Absolutely.
You gotta be visible. The algorithm is going to swallow you alive if not. And that's only for social. Think about people's day-to-day where they don't see you. They're not thinking about you.
And I'll add, if you are a customer a client and not a DJ, keep in mind if there's a price difference between DJ and number one, there's a reason for that.
Mm,
There's a reason for it. It's up to you to find out what the reason is.
that's
Hopefully,
good.
it won't be a bad experience, but there is a reason for a large price gap between two individuals that you may be considering to serve your event.
Oh yeah, and that's from the owner level or DJ level.
I'm gonna say both.
Of course.
I'm
I
gonna
was
say
just
both.
curious which one you were speaking on because
Yeah.
on the DJ level, like it's easy to say don't be concerned with what somebody else is making, right? Like
Mhm.
we all getting that all right, what your number is your number and you should stick to your number, but we all know that there's other people who are getting paid way more. Um and that's okay. If you do decide to dive into the realm of why am I not getting paid as much as XYZ, find out what XYZ does. Check out their page, check out some of the events they've curated, see what other owners and venues and DJs say about the people because that'll tell you a lot before you even get to ask the question to them. Because a lot of people aren't that direct because you don't want to clog people's pockets or they're not comfortable having a conversation. But the proof's normally in the pudding. You should be able to see why they charge that if you know your history about certain people.
Yeah. Yep. Back to the research.
Yeah.
Do y'all think it's fair for some DJs to charge what other DJs
Mm,
are charging when they are not qualified? That's all. Who's to say they are or not qualified to them and also to you?
that's a great question.
You know, because I can't say you're qualified or not qualified, but based on what you think you are, you may be. But how do you know what I'm charging? You know, I don't know.
Word travels. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like people. It is called pocket watching casino, and that's real. Pocket watching can be real for somebody that's not getting what they think they want, or not saying that they're not getting what they think they want. More so, like we talk about having. I don't want to say an average, but we talk about what we think we should be getting paid as a community,
industry standard rate
and that's a great point. A great
for
way to put it.
DJs.
Industry
Yeah.
standard. I don't believe in an industry standard DJ though. I think that's always my takeaway from it. Like,
Well,
yes, I would like for us to all be in the same realm,
but
but
service or talent though, you paying for service or you paying for talent? If you're paying for talent, then it's a negotiable and it's a conversation piece that needs that you need to have. But if you're
yep,
paying for service, how many hours? And this is only my opinion. How many
yeah,
hours? And based on the initial, if you're $25 more per hour, again, be able to explain why. But it's a service, because I mean, I break down when it's a service industry. I mean, it's a service spot
yes,
you have to go to.
yeah,
You got to make sense about you have to make good business sense about it. But if you're hiring me for a talent because you want my promotion, because you want people that I'm going
okay,
to bring and all that, that's a whole different conversation.
yes, I get you.
Yeah. And that's do you have, I mean,
So anybody that can DJ for 4 hours should get paid the same amount as a DJ that can DJ for 4 hours. Is ultimately what you're saying.
it should be a range.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we should be in the same realm.
In the same realm.
Like
Yes.
I don't believe that everybody should be getting paid the same thing, and you're gonna hear me say that forever.
What I get what you're saying, but that's because I think you are who you are.
Fair.
And and we and I'm gonna say the circle that I deal with, and everybody knows who if you're in my circle, you already know it because we talk about it.
Hmm.
And our industry standard for where we are is probably $25 to $50 per hour locked in.
Hmm. Within the range.
Yeah, right. Give or take 25, $50. And that's
Yeah,
all about your
I can
negotiating
see that.
skills at the beginning. Some people, I'm saying, hey, they just want a DJ for that one night. Me, I'm not interested because I'll go in at a certain number. And as we build a team effort to get the venue where it needs to be, then not me,
Right.
because your numbers are going up. Let mine go up with yours, and not in these big increments
See,
like
that's
I'm a
the
talent.
thing, man.
And that's the relationship part that you were talking about. Establish a relationship, but it has to start out right from the beginning, from both parts. The venue
Yeah.
has to understand, and the DJ also has to understand going into it.
Right.
If you want me for one night, here's what it is an hour. What you want to do?
Yeah, this is what I need to be there.
Right.
If we want to build on something, I may still ask for that. I may ask for something less. If we're developing a relationship here and you're willing to consistently book me here, and my less, I'm not saying I'm asking for 400 or 500 less than what we're talking about.
Mhm.
It's saying it's still well within that range or that range or that realm we're talking about. It's still within those numbers, which is why I still think that, yeah, eventually I think you should be able to get to a spot. I think you should be able to get to a spot where you're in line with the quote unquote industry standard. Do I think straight out of your bedroom, straight out of the box, controller DJs should get the same amount if you're out in public? I don't think it works that way, man. Would I like you to? Yeah, but there's a level of proving you got to do. There's some level of proving you got to do.
You have to be able to earn.
Yeah, like I don't know any other industry you're able to just be like, all right, I'm a welder now, like pay me. Like it doesn't work that way.
Oh man, my name is DJ such and such, and this is you gonna pay me what you paying him.
Yeah, for one, like why do you know what he's getting paid? Now your name all jacked up because why are you telling people what you're getting paid if that's what the thing is between you and that venue? Again, everybody don't need to know everything. We are speaking from a DJ community industry standard level of where I personally, in my opinion, feel Mark in his opinion feels that we should get to as a whole to be considered all right across the board. Like the
Consistency.
people who aren't making that number get more. The people who are making more than that stay at your number. I'm not saying come down to meet the industry average. We're just saying on average, this is what people should get paid.
On an
Or
average, correct.
on average,
Yeah.
take the highs, take the lows. We should meet somewhere in this range.
That's I mean that's a case in point right there, and you need to be able to have that conversation. That's
That's
the
right,
part of
Casino.
the professional part that I think a lot of us, and me inclusive, need to learn. And if I've learned through conversations how to get to where I need to, and
Mhm.
and I still, hey, some people be like, hey, that you ain't right for me. Okay, great.
That's nice. I
And
hope we work on something later.
right, but you know what? I'm still in, these spots, just supporting them and supporting the people that are there.
Yep.
I'm not afraid to do that because that's just what I do.
Yeah,
But
it
when
comes
it
back.
comes to my personal business, you know, I can't. You don't. I can't come through your drive-through and say I want that Chick-fil-A combo for $5.99 when I know what the menu said. It
Hmm.
said $9.99 plus the upgrade on the fries and all
Yeah.
the other stuff. That's what it said back there. So
I'm
I'm
at the
going.
window like $5.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you
It
getting food back. It's yeah.
it's you know, and I do think a lot of DJs need to have the ability to have that conversation prior to and establish, like you said, the relationship more so than the one night, this is what I want, pay me or I'm walking
Or I'm out.
type thing.
And like you said, just like clients, every client ain't gonna want to book you, or they're gonna say that's too high for my blood, and every venue's not gonna want to build a relationship with you.
Hmm.
They might have been burnt by some DJs. They might they might just not be in the space for that. They might have their DJs. And that's fine too. Again, ebbs and flows of the season of the year. It happens. It's gonna keep happening. Excuse me. I think we just keep a pulse on where it's at, which is why we continue to revisit these conversations about,
Right.
hey, let's talk about price, or are we building relationships, or are we just trying to get a bag? Like, because it's going to change, as does the economy always. Which is why DJs talk so important,
It is.
because we talk about it every week. We talk about something different, and things change week in and week out. We were here when iTunes started the streaming thing. Like we covered it here. You know what I mean? Like, oh, don't upgrade yet. That's not going to work with this. Like, there's information is priceless.
It is.
This information is priceless, man.
We go and we even in OT, but I still want to touch this last one, and we
Let's get
still
it.
have some follow-ups, not follow-ups, some continuations for next week because I like this
These segments are
subject,
great, man.
and then the bullet points. I'm liking that. Now, the last one I have that we're gonna touch is professionalism. The three bullet points that I pull: punctual, which means on time, reliable, which means you're going to be there in the event there is an emergency. You, number one, have a plan B, or you contact the venue or person way before time for them to recover
Hmm.
if you can. Okay. Um, B, and Greg Nice touched base on that. Dress the part, no matter what. If you're in a young environment, club environment, dress like them. If you're at a wedding, make sure you're dressed accordingly. If you're at a gala, match up with whatever it is that you know you need to be matched up with attire wise.
Yep.
Handles request respectfully and manages time well. Um, well, the last one is also works well with event planners, coordinators, and vendors.
Team players.
And I should have added to that because that means bartenders, that means security,
That's good.
that means a lot of things. You'll be so surprised how many other people watch you than the people that are drinking and eating in the establishment. People that will say you're a professional. Why are you telling me that? The last person wasn't.
Was not right.
So
Blows my mind.
those are key points. And I'm now I think I'm rather professional,
Yeah.
but I'm still trying to get more professional every day.
Understood.
It does not stop. There's not a yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. Thank you, a follow up, some kind of courteous advance that I'm giving to everyone that I'm in contact with, especially at weddings. From the time you walk in there, if it's a hotel, the staff of the hotel, the front desk,
Yeah.
whoever's
First impressions, man.
it's
The make or break. It can set your night up before you drop a song.
But peep this though. It also will carry you a long way if you're a professional in these restaurants. No matter what the age group is, no matter what the restaurant is, no matter what the venue is, being professional and about your business goes a long way and will get you closer to the bag relationship wise.
Yeah. Nobody wants to have to coach that. As venues, like restaurants, any type of owner doesn't want to have to police the fact that you're not hitting the dress code for their place or their event. Like that should just be a given. You should know what you're walking into. Like, I'm not saying you got to be all extra and match, but like you should know what the attire setting is. Is it business casual? Is it formal? Is it casual alone? Like, can you wear shorts? Like, these are things that you should be able to know and communicate and ask. You ask the question.
That's all you gotta do is ask.
Yeah, if you don't know, just ask them. They're not gonna get mad. Why you ask me if you can wear shorts? You know what type? I'm like, nobody does that. And I think that's a lot of the fear for real. Like, oh, is the venue or the client gonna get mad if I ask the questions? And if they do, that's on them. I'd rather ask. Entitled, and that's the thing, Casino. That's the whole thing because it's real. It's so real. Entitled, what? I'm entitled to show up in a venue that I didn't have to pay for, set up on a table I didn't have to bring normally, play some MP3s that I didn't have to make for the most part, on a controller I did buy. I bought that. I did that. Laptop that I didn't have to make. You know what I mean? Like, entitlement and ego in that realm is kind of misguided. We get to do what we do. We get to and get paid to do it. And get paid to do it. I can't be more grateful for the opportunities that we get as DJs. Whether it's a slow night or a popping night, like, I'm just saying, that's why it blows my mind when we have to cover the entitlement part, because we not. Like, we are them. Like, we're the party people, like party, like you got the DJs, the club owners, and like, we get it. And the photographer, who's more important? Like, we're all equally important. But the entitlement portion of it is kind of where it falls off. The entitlement and ego portion is where you get misguided and start thinking it's all about you and blah blah blah. It's crazy.
And I get that. I get that. Now this is
Reese. Yeah, yo,
this is the reason why I have a couple of different logos. I've spoken on this before, and I also tell people
good.
You have to have a logo for the audience that you are trying to attract.
Yes.
Professional. And then again with AI, it's not hard now. It's easy. You can get an app and do your thing probably in 5 minutes or so. But it's so important to have a logo to match what you are trying to attract business wise. I have a cartoon logo. That's for the clubs most of the time. Sometimes, I don't know. But I have a professional logo. I have logos I haven't even used because I like the ones that I'm using because they serve a purpose. But
back up to the backup.
Right. Back up to the backup. That's what it is. But that is a great point. And also have a DJ name. Like you said, DJ Freaky Reese.
That man, DJ FR.
He said enough. He said enough right there. DJ Freaky Reese.
Hey man. Yeah, that's probably not gonna get you into too many church gigs. My man Marc on the OT with the ringer.
Yeah, that's on matter of fact, that's probably a Halloween gig. Matter of fact, that's probably a Halloween gig that I do is Halloween.
Here comes the money. Money. Yeah, Marc, come on. Halloween gig calls at 9:30 at night. Try to be like you when I grow up.
Yeah,
It's all good though. Look, if you've been hanging out with us this long, or if you're just tuning in, it's DJ's Talk. It's Tuesday night. We start at 8 p.m. every Tuesday night. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't yet. We appreciate you being here. If you're not a part of the Facebook group, the DJ's Talk Facebook group, where we talk about a little bit of everything: equipment, gigs, gear, money, other venues, all the stuff. Go join, answer a couple questions. You hop in there, hang out with some of the poppin'est DJs out here. That's DJ's Talk. What we doing?
Hey, I've enjoyed myself like we always do every Tuesday. Bruh, it's always a pleasure, and we have good feedback, good interaction. If y'all have a subject that y'all want to touch, let us know. We will touch it. We will smack it up, flip it. I don't know about the rubbing it down part, but we'll do what we can with it.
I'm not rubbing nothing.
Hey, it's DJ's Talk. We in OT. It's my man DJ Hammer. My name
is sir.
You already know. Watch out for the clips. Make sure, like he said, check out all our pages. DJ's Talk on Facebook, YouTube, DJ's Talk. Check out the DJ Hammer on YouTube, his personal page. Check out my personal page.
Up there.
Create a personal page if you ain't got one.
Just to subscribe. Come on.
And like I always forget to do. Oh, I see it. I see it. We ready to be out of here. You ready?
You got the button this time? Peace.
No, I forgot one thing. If you don't subscribe to my channel or his channel or our YouTube channel,
oh God,
you know what you can get.
These nuts.
We out here. It's DJ's Talk. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the DJ's Talk YouTube channel and also click the notifications button. It'll definitely help us out. Want to be a guest? You have a question? You want something addressed? Great. Hit us up on social media platforms. You can hit up DJ Marc J or the DJ Hammer. It's the DJ's Talk live podcast every Tuesday, 8 p.m. with DJ Marc J and DJ Hammer.